What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, according to recent reports, former two-time middleweight world champion, superstar boxer from Kazakhstan, Gennady Triple G Golovkin, who is currently the IBF middleweight world champion. He was the unified middleweight world champion until he lost to now four-division world champion Mexican superstar boxer Saul Canelo Alvarez in their two fights. First fight ended in a draw. Second fight saw Canelo Alvarez get the nod, that being Gennady Triple G Golovkin. He has been sent over a two-fight home-and-home deal contract to face off against undefeated two-division world champion, who currently is the WBC reigning middleweight world champion, superstar boxer Jermall Charlo, for a unification bout. Okay, this would be a unification bout. Triple G is 41 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 36 wins by way of knockout. He stands at 5'10.5" with a 70-inch arm reach. He's 38 years of age. The last time we saw him in the ring was against Jermall. That was in December 18th of 2020. With that said, he got a stoppage victory. And, you know, he only has 1 loss on his resume. That came at the hands of Canelo Alvarez back in September of 2018. And the first fight with Canelo Alvarez, that ended in a draw. That was also September of 2017. In between that, he knocked out Vanis Martirosyan. And then we know the rest is history. With that said, you know, Jermall Charlo, he's looking to secure a big legacy, lucrative fight, okay? A unification bout. This would be the biggest fight in his career. He just recently beat Sergey Derevyanchenko in impressive fashion, because we saw Triple G, he struggled with Sergey Derevyanchenko. And I truly believe that Sergey Derevyanchenko deserved the nod. I thought he won the fight clearly, but he didn't get the nod, okay? Triple G got the nod. Jermall Charlo, 31 wins, no losses, 22 wins by way of knockout. He's 30 years of age, so he's 8 years younger than Triple G. He stands at 6 feet tall, so he's an inch and a half. He's an inch and a half taller than Triple G, with a 73.5-inch arm reach. Okay. Last time we saw him in the ring was in September 26th, oddly enough, against Sergey Derevyanchenko, and he got a unanimous decision victory. So I believe that he had a more impressive outing against Sergey Derevyanchenko, who is from the Ukraine. Was very familiar with Gennady Triple G Golovkin, who's from Kazakhstan. You know, but I thought that, you know, he got a unanimous decision loss to Triple G, that being Sergey Derevyanchenko, and I thought he clearly won the fight. You know, Sergey Derevyanchenko, 13 wins, 3 losses, 10 wins by way of knockout. He himself is 35 years of age, stands at 5'9" with a 67-inch arm reach, okay? I thought he clearly won that fight against Gennady Triple G Golovkin. He visibly hurt him multiple times. Looked like he could have been on the verge of stopping him, but the judges saw a unanimous decision victory for Triple G, not even a split decision. Nonetheless, you know, I believe that this would be a great fight. This would be the biggest fight in Jermall Charlo's career. He's the bigger guy. You know, he has a longer arm reach, 4-inch arm reach advantage. Triple G is 5'10". He's at 6 feet tall, so he has 5'10.5", so he has an 1.5 inch height advantage over Triple G. He's younger, obviously, 8 years younger. But Triple G, he just got an impressive knockout victory in his last fight over an opponent that was 21-0. You know, and that was his mandatory for his IBF strap. You know, so this would be a huge fight. This would be a unification bout. WBC, IBF would be on the line. And it would be a massive fight. It's a sellable fight. Triple G did a massive deal with DAZN. And, you know, so he has his own promotional company on DAZN, Triple G Promotions. So the reports are there's a home and home, okay? It's a deal where Triple G will have to come to Showtime for one fight, and Jermall Charlo will have to go to DAZN for one fight, okay? This is interesting news. So, you know, it's a home and home fight, 2-fight unification showdown. One fight will be on the PBC, the other fight will be on DAZN. And, you know, it would be a huge fight. Now, we know Triple G, he's been waiting around to get, you know, another opportunity and another a shot at fighting Canelo Alvarez, and, you know, he wants to rectify. A lot of people feel like he won both of those fights. He should have got the nod in both of those fights. Oddly enough, it's just the same situation as people thought that Sergey Derevyanchenko should have got the nod in his fight and get the rematch, and Triple G wasn't willing to give him. Canelo Alvarez has all but closed the door on a fight with Triple G. He's stated on numerous occasions that he's closed that chapter in his career. He don't want to revisit it. He got the win in the second fight, and that's about it. He never truly seemed motivated by fighting Gennady Triple G Golovkin in the first place. Okay, he was essentially forced into the fight with Triple G. You know, he was made as mandatory. He vacated the belt. You know, it was a lot of hoops and hurdles that had to be jumped through to make that fight happen, and it was a 2-fight deal. You know, so he wasn't motivated and, you know, to fight Triple G from the beginning, but he did so. He fought him twice. First fight ended in a draw. Second fight ended with Canelo Alvarez getting a nod, and Triple G, it just doesn't settle right with him that he didn't get a win over Canelo Alvarez. He thought he should have gotten a win. So, you know, he's been looking to secure that third fight. A lot of people feel like he's looking to secure the third fight with Canelo Alvarez because it represents a huge payday. In all actuality, DAZN, you know, they signed Triple G in hopes to make a third fight on their platform and bolster their platform with the Gennady Triple G Golovkin fight against Canelo Alvarez, another super fight, okay? But it don't seem like it's going to come to fruition. This is an opportunity for the next biggest fight for Triple G. You know, now there's a possibility that Triple G could fight Jaime Munguia. Okay, that's not as big of a fight as a fight for Triple G against Jermall Charlo, but the risk is different. Okay, the risk is not as high fighting Jermall Charlo as it is fighting Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia is a younger guy. Jaime Munguia, you know, he's not known to have defense. Okay. He does have power, but he's very inexperienced. He doesn't have the best defense in the world, you know. So, you know, it's a more winnable fight for Gennady Triple G Golovkin, you know, opposed to facing off against Jermall Charlo. Okay, Jermall Charlo is a big puncher, very accurate, very athletic. He's very strong. He's very experienced. You know, it's a completely different, you know, risk versus reward. Jaime Munguia is 36 wins, no losses, 29 wins by way of knockout. He is 24 years of age. He stands at 6 feet tall, and he too has a 73-inch arm reach. Okay, so obviously he's much younger. Now, if you look at his knockouts compared to, you know, Jermall Charlo, you know, obviously you will look at his instantly. If you look at, you know, just his on paper, 36 wins, 29 by way of knockout. It's the level of opponent that he's faced. He lacks level of opponent. Now, he did beat Toriano Johnson. It ended in stoppage because of an injury to Toriano Johnson, but I thought Toriano Johnson was getting the best of Jaime Munguia. He did beat Gary Spike O'Sullivan in a TKO victory. So those were impressive. He did not beat majority decision over Dennis Hogan. I thought Dennis Hogan should have gotten the nod in that fight. So he doesn't have, you know, the experience factor. Okay, he lacks the experience. He's young, 24 years old. Majority of those victories came in Tijuana in Mexico, you know, when he was younger, you know, so they weren't the highest level of opponents for him. So that's obviously an opportunity for Gennady Golovkin, but he's not a champion currently. We have Murad is the WBA champion. Jermall Charlo is the WBC. Triple G is the IBF, you know, and Demetrius Andre is the WBO. And we know Gennady Golovkin has no interest in fighting Demetrius Boo Boo Andre because it's a bad style matchup. He's very mobile, very rangy. You know, he's undefeated. He's a 2-division world champion, but he's highly, highly skilled. He might be the most skilled guy out of all these guys, okay? He does have power, you know, so he's a very, and he's a southpaw. So he's, you know, very tough out. He's a very awkward fighter, 29-0, 18 wins by way of knockout. He, too, is 33 years of age, 6 feet tall with a 73-inch arm reach. So he's very compatible to Jermall Charlo, but he's more mobile than Jermall Charlo. Last time we saw him in the ring was January 30th against Luke Keeler, 2020. You know, so he's, and you can compare the size to Demetrius Andre and Jermall Charlo. They're about the same size. So they're both very big, but he's a southpaw. He's more technically skilled. He's more athletic than Jermall. He doesn't have as much power as Jermall. He's not as accurate as Jermall, but he's very mobile. He could utilize the ring more so than Jermall. Jermall is more flat-footed. Triple G is not looking to chase guys around, you know, because, you know, frankly, he just doesn't have the stamina. He looked fatigued in his last fight. He definitely looked fatigued in the fight with Sergey Derevyanchenko. So with that said, you know, it's a more favorable matchup for him against Jaime Munguia. You know, it's still a big fight. It's a notable fight. You know, the fans would buy into that fight, you know, but there's not implications. He's not a champion. He's a former champion at 154, but not at 160, that being Jaime Munguia. If he goes in a fight with Jermall Charlo, that's a huge fight. Okay, that's the closest thing he could get to the magnitude of a Canelo Alvarez fight without fighting Canelo Alvarez, and it's a unification bout, you know, and it's very, very sellable. He'll make a lot of money. So I would favor Jermall Charlo to win that fight after I saw how Sergey Derevyanchenko had the success against Gennady Golovkin and how he seemed to have faded. He couldn't take the body punches from Sergey Derevyanchenko. He couldn't deal with the pressure of Sergey Derevyanchenko. Now, he did drop Sergey Derevyanchenko in that fight, which Jermall Charlo didn't drop him in his fight with Sergey Derevyanchenko, but he did dominate Sergey Derevyanchenko, more so than Triple G seemingly did in his fight. So this would be a great fight. I favor Jermall Charlo. Hopefully they can make it happen. He stands to make a lot of money, more so than he would against Jaime Munguia, more so than he would against Demetrius Andrade or anybody not named Canelo Alvarez. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. Drop a comment in the comment section. Make sure y'all hit that like button, share this videos. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.